Hello there, welcome to the Top of the Pops Watchalong. So we are playing back the episode of Top of the Pops, which went out on BBC One on the 25th of October 1979. What did the charts look like? Well, here we go. Number 30, If I Said You Had a Beautiful Body, Would You Hold It Against Me? Bellamy Brothers. Then The Sparrow by the Ramblers, The Prince by Madness, Star by Earth, Wind and Fire, On My Radio by The Selector, Kate Bush on Stage, an EP, Luton Airport, Catch UK, then The Great Rock and Roll, Swindle and Rock Around the Clock, Sex Pistols and Temple Tudor, She's in Love with You, Susie Quattro, Crazy Little Thing Called Love Queen, Back of My Hand by the Jags, You Can Do It, Al Hudson and the Soul Partners, My Forbidden Lover Chic, Making Plans for Nigel, XTC, Gonna Get Along Without You Now, Viola Wills, The Devil Went Down to Georgia, Charlie Daniels Band, Queen of Hearts, Dave Edmunds, Whatever You Want, Status Quo, Since You've Been Gone, Rainbow, OK Fred, Errol Dunkley, Dreaming Blondie, then we've got Fleetwood Mac, Tusk, Message in a Bottle with the Police, Chosen Few, The Doolies, Give Me ABBA, Everyday Hurts, Sad Cafe, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Michael Jackson, When You're in Love with a Beautiful Woman, Dr. Hook, Video Kill the Radio Star, The Buggles, One Day at a Time, Lena Martell. I was not as quick as what they played them credits then, was I? So we've got a studio performance after the charts. We've got the specials, A Message to You. It's a great song. I thought the audience might be moving a bit more to this. There's a few there on the left. It's a 1967 song. I didn't realise that until I was researching for this. By Dandy Livingston. But this version reached number 10. This version was produced by Elvis Costello. And at the time when this went out on Top of the Pops, it was only at number 41 in the charts. Amazing, really. But great tune. Gonna Get Along Without You Now. Well, what can I tell you about TV in this week? Well, so this was from the 25th of October 1979. ITV went back on air just the night before after an 11-week industrial dispute. So Top of the Pops this evening, 25th of October, went out at 20 past 7 on BBC One. And then after it, you had Blankety Blank at 7:55. And then Citizen Smith, the John Sullivan sitcom that starred Robert Lindsay, that went out at 8:30. BBC Two had Newsweek at 7:25 against Top of the Pops. So let's face it, we probably would have watched Top of the Pops. ITV had a survival special against Top of the Pops. And then BBC Two at 9 o'clock, quite interestingly on that night, had Basil the Rat, which was the final episode of Fawlty Towers that was ever made. So there you go. Good song now. So we've got Queen, we've got Crazy Little Thing Called Love, brilliant. And this peaked at number 2. This was at number 21 when this was broadcast now on Top of the Pops. So it was still climbing up the charts. But having composed this song, Freddie Mercury played rhythm guitar whilst performing the song live, which was the first time he played guitar in concert with Queen, I think. So, I mean, it's a great tune. It's timeless, great video, and obviously the video budget's got even bigger in the 80s, but it's a great song, absolutely brilliant. So, after that on the BBC 4 repeat a few weeks ago, we would have had Catch UK with Luton Airport, and then the Charlie Daniels Band with The Devil Went Down to Georgia, which is a fantastic tune. Both were cut out of the 2022 BBC 4 repeat. What used to happen when this first got repeated on BBC 4 is we'd get a 30-minute slot at 7:30, and then we had to wait till the early hours for the full uncut version if an episode was longer than 30 minutes, but sadly not in 2022. Catch UK, Luton Airport, was at number 24 at the time this episode went out, and it peaked at number 22. The Charlie Daniels Band, I mean, it's a great tune. I've seen the video is still on YouTube. You can judge it for yourselves. It's a great song. We're on to Chic now, My Forbidden Lover, danced with Legs and Co, of course. And it was number 18 this week, and it reached number 15 in the charts. I guess, it's just one of them dance tracks that you forget about. I think it is, but it's a great tune, really is. It's a brilliant tune. So Peter Powell just introducing Dr. Hook, When You're in Love with a Beautiful Woman. We've got a video of that one. This was number 3 this week. I've seen pictures. I think it was on the Top of the Pops thread when this was repeated of Dr. Hook being naked on stage, the band just prancing around. Honestly, don't go. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, really. It reached number 1 though, this song, for 3 weeks. It's a great tune. It really is a great tune, and it's one of those, just, if you were picking, top 100 songs of the 70s, it would always be in that list, wouldn't it? It is still timeless. It's a great tune. So so far this episode, I think, of Top of the Pops is pretty strong. Now I know what's coming. So after Dr. Hook, it definitely changes pace. We've got Iris Williams there. We've got kind of a very out of focus audience there. This is the theme from The Deer Hunter called He Was Beautiful, Cavatina. It was only at number 48. It goes to reach number 18 in the charts, but I don't know. I can't get into this song. I'm sure somebody's going to reply now and say, "Oh, it's a great song." I've listened to it a couple of times now, and I'm still bewildered by it, to be honest. Now, I do like this one. I hadn't heard of it until I'd seen this recently, but we've got the Doolies here, The Chosen Few. So this was number 7 this week. And number 7 was the highest position, and this was the last top 20 hit. He looks a bit like Paul Nicholas, actually, doesn't he? He does. But this was their last top 20 hit for the Doolies. But yeah, I don't mind this. I think it's quite good. Obviously, we had Bucks Fizz, very similar, a couple of years later. But yeah, I don't mind this one. Okay, now we're on to Janet Brown, the Iron Lady. Now, Janet Brown was married to Carry On star Peter Butterworth, who died on the 17th of January 1979. So this, if you like, 9 months later, she released this. It didn't chart. She's portraying Margaret Thatcher, who became Prime Minister on the 4th of May 1979. And maybe they thought it would chart after this Top of the Pops performance, but it didn't. It's one of them novelty songs that's definitely been forgotten about. I'd not heard this. It's probably not surprising it didn't chart, really. It's a bit of a strange one. And if this episode of Top of the Pops already had Iris Williams, this was another bewildering one, really. It was, So we've got Errol Dunkley, Oh Fred. I like this. Number 11 this was. Highest place it reached in the chart. And only one more chart hit after this. That was called Sit Down and Cry, which reached just number 52 in February 1980. But I think it's really easy to listen to. And, I'm comparing it to Iris Williams and Janet Butterworth. I'm comparing it to Iris Williams and Janet Brown and thinking, you know what? This isn't bad at all. No, I do like it. I don't know how they fit everyone on the stage, mind. Look how many they've got there in band. So we're on to the number 1. Lena Martell, One Day at a Time. Number 1 this was. 3 weeks it spent at number 1. 3 weeks. And she didn't have another chart hit. And just when you're watching this footage in the corner, bear in mind, she was 39 at the time. I mean, it's nothing like any of the pop songs that reached number 1, in the same era at all. But you know what? She did it. And there she is in history. She got a number 1. It's an acquired taste, perhaps. I like country, but I wouldn't say I'd pick this one. But there she was. She was number 1. And so the end credits come on. We've got Gimme 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 by ABBA, which was number 6 here, and it ended up going to number 3 in the end. But yeah, there you go. Definitely a mixed bag for that episode from 25th of October 1979. But having listened to the yearbook at the same time recently, 79, it's great to see some of the music from that era as well. And it's a brilliant idea from BBC4 to play the episodes from this week in various years gone by as well. It's a brilliant idea. So there you go. We'll do more watch-alongs if you like it. Let me know, and we'll do more alongside the yearbooks in future. That's it from me. Bye for now.